What's going on, everybody? We are back today and we are doing another build. This is actually community lot. It's like the second community lot I've built, I'm pretty sure. This is actually a yoga studio. Before we talk about the build though, I do want to apologize for the the lack of videos and content really all together. I didn't stream at all. I did get a new kitty recently, so I wanted to take the week to spend time with her and kind of get her used to me and kind of what we do. So just that's kind of what the delay's been. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. So we are back and we are doing, like I said, a yoga studio. I've kind of always felt like a yoga studio would be great in The Sims. I kind of feel like, there's spas, but like, I mean, how, there's not, I guess there are tons of spas in real life, but like, where's the yoga studios, the classic Soul Cycles? These aren't things I go to, but I feel like a lot of people go to, and I think they're kind of missing from the game. Granted, they are just like a one, they're very specific to what they do. They're super specific. If you go to a yoga studio only to do yoga, and I mean just taking up a whole community lot just for a yoga studio. So that is the downside of this. But in the way I play, I like that. I don't necessarily like to have one, community lot be in multiple things. I know a lot of people do like that. To me, I just don't feel like they work as well, and I really want. When I play, my gameplay, it seems to be centered more around working, things working. So that's what this does, because this does work. This yoga studio, I've tested it out. It looks really nice. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It is in Del Sol Valley, so it's really supposed to be more of like a celebrity kind of bougie, high-end yoga studio, and this is not how the build looks. Just rewatching this, I'm kind of like, oh wow, it did look different. It doesn't look too much different, but it does change up here at the end. And then, yeah, so really with any lot, I feel like building I don't know if you'd say weakest point, but definitely where I struggle the most is the outside walls, really any of the wallpapers. I'm just so bad when it comes to picking a wallpaper, whether it be on the inside or the outside, that we kind of just put plain white here. I think we do use some brown in it, like it's a nice wood brown. I think it actually came from Spot A, but for the most part it's a pretty white build. I believe the white's from Jungle Adventure. So yeah, we also did that grass roof. That was kind of not necessarily supposed to be, but it was kind of an homage to or I don't know, it was sort of supposed to be, eco living's coming out. Let's do something maybe more eco. If you want it, you could, you don't download this now. Maybe there's going to be a 20 by 20 lot or a 30 by, I don't remember what lot size this is, but maybe there's going to be a lot this size in the new world, and this might look pretty good in that too. And I think it could fit the vibe, obviously, of the new world. Like I said, I did want it to be more like, ooh, like you go to that yoga studio, like wow, that's where all the celebrities go. That was kind of my idea with it, so I did build it with that sense. So as you can see right here, I'm just kind of getting things set up. This is a general layout we're going to keep in the build. To the right, that little room area is basically kind of like the lobby. I do put a cash register and some counters there. Obviously no one's going to be working it or staffed there, but they do, it's there and it looks nice. I do like the way it turned out. Oh yeah, we're doing this little tunnel thing. I was actually really happy with how this turned out too. We did have to do something. I'm getting really, I don't know why. I gotta look at some more tutorials and stuff. I've always said I'm not like the best builder in it. I'm pretty new to building as well. But for some reason, I could not get a roof kind of specifically on this section without just making, another level and then deleting that level, which worked out as fine. It worked to do what I wanted to do. But I also had that problem down below, and I was trying to make a deck, and the deck is no longer, so we just put the stairs there. But like I said, we're kind of sticking to that idea of, oh, what are we gonna use? And I think I actually decided on this brown, and then we move away from the brown, and then I move back to the brown. So we've kind of jumped around all of, for that brown coloring of that specific build. Now, like I said, I do like the way it turned out, especially for like the kind of the way my builds have been going. I've really liked them all. I don't know if it's, I feel like when I used to build in The Sims, it was more like I would build and then I'd look at it and be like, oh, that's disgusting. Like I've seen so many better builds. And I'm not saying I see tons of better builds still. But you know, when I look at my builds, I'm like, oh, that's actually really nice. I'm like really happy that it turned out. And so that's been really fun for me, like to really kind of experience, you know, feeling of success, I guess, when it comes to building in The Sims. Even create a Sims is the same thing. Right now I'm currently working on like doing a save file. So this is obviously gonna be one of the builds in there, and I'm you know, putting a lot of my old builds in there that I liked, and then making Sims for the house or whatever it is. So like back to the layout. So there's 2 locker rooms, 1 guy, 1 girl, and then basically in the middle is the large, you know, yoga studio. There's only I think 6 mats, so it is a smaller studio, but it's supposed to be smaller and more exclusive, and it's you know how it goes. Now the hard thing about the yoga studio was, to me, lighting. About this general area of it, not the whole studio, of course, but it was the lighting of it. Because I feel like when there's like 2 types of yoga studios. You know, there's those that are really bright, and then there's those that are kind of dimly lit, almost spa-like. I guess I kind of landed somewhere in between when I did this, but we are making right here 2 our guys and girls bathrooms, and I'm actually really happy. I never have done that before, like what I'm doing right there, kind of with locker rooms, making them little shower areas, but I guess we never really had the ability to really do it well until Discovery University came out. So like with most of my builds, and like the builds that are going to be my save file, this is going to be using multiple packs. Usually when I do a base game or something specific to a specific pack, or trying to keep it limited on packs, I'll definitely mention it. But I think most of my packs, or most of my builds, do end up using basically all the packs. And then here, I don't know what's going on with the build, or with the video. But we're putting trees, we're doing a little bit of landscaping. Again, landscaping on community lots is, I guess depending on the lot, is generally easier, just because, you know, you don't have to be, a lot of it's going to be cement. Again, that is what depends on the lot. But in this one, it was mostly cement, in that sense. And so we are going to go into the locker rooms right now. I wanted the locker rooms to be perfectly identical, but they obviously did not turn out that way, as one of them has 3 showers, one of them has 1 or 2 showers, and then I think both of them have more sinks than they do showers or toilets. So that is a little interesting. Maybe looking back, maybe I'd try to fix that a little more. And then the lighting in these rooms, with those, I even had this experience when I was building my mansion on stream. If you do things like that, where you have like a wall kind of covering for like a shower, it becomes so hard to light the room, because the wall reflects off one light and almost becomes a spotlight on the other wall. And if you don't put a light in there, then it's really dark. You can kind of see that's going on right now, where it's really dark in those rooms. So basically, I think the fix was I just put a light literally right out front of the door. Not necessarily like in those little areas, but just right out front. So it kind of got in there enough where it was semi-bright, but not like literally in the shower. Which I guess is semi-realistic. But I believe the guy's shower, or the guy's locker room, has 1 more shower. I believe it's the one we're looking at right there. It has 1 more shower than the girls. And might even have 1 more sink. Yeah, no, they're the same sinks, same amount of sinks. But yeah, they both have the lockers. They both have, you know, the couple showers, and then a toilet. And then a bunch, you know, 5 sinks. And then obviously the windows, or the mirrors, I mean. And then, yeah, so I was really liked, I guess I've always liked this Jungle Adventure flooring. It's really been my favorite flooring to use in really any of the Sims builds. I'll always find a way to fit the Jungle Adventure in there. I use it in the actual studio section, and then in the lobby area. And I do think it turns out really nice, how it ends up. But yeah, with the lockers, we just kind of went normal. I really wanted to go kind of like nice and fancy, or like, you know, kind of cool, maybe each of them having different colors. But then I was like, you know, no, we'll just do, you know, gray walls, the typical tile flooring. I mean, it's a locker room. It's really not supposed to be like this special thing. But yeah, oh yeah, that's right. We used this, that wallpaper, which I actually really like the color of it, and how it looked, you know, going into that. And then here we're just putting the tiles on our showers. Yeah, so like I said, I am back. I did get a cat, so I don't know if you've heard her meow. I haven't heard her meow yet. She is quite the talker, though. So if you hear her meow, that's my cat. My new cat. Hopefully, you know, she'll be making an appearance in a video or 2, and definitely on stream soon. But yeah, I just took the week off. I just wanted, like I said, I wanted to kind of stay with her, and And I really didn't play any of the Sims. I worked and then kind of did not play any Sims. I just kind of we just, I guess, sat in my bed and kind of relaxed, let her get used to me, kind of me get used to her, and it was really nice. But yeah, so the next, what we're doing right now is I really wanted the vibe, I guess, of everyone kind of brought their own yoga mat, which is probably more realistic to a yoga studio. I mean, really any of these type of studios, I feel like you bring your own things like this, like a mat. It didn't quite work out just because I didn't like how it looked in the build. I felt like it kind of looked weird. If that, you know, it looked weird to put no yoga mats, and then it looked even weirder to put like multiple color, like each one having a different color, kind of to symbolize that each one was brought from home. But which is, you know, that's fine. So I just went with, I think I used the two middle ones to become the same color, and then the green on the outside. But yeah, we also use these candles. These candles were great. And then obviously a lot of the stuff in this, I mean, the main obvious build or pack in this is Spa Day. But yeah, so in Eco Living coming out, I'm super excited about this. And like I said, I think this could be a great build. I obviously don't know if there's like a lot that'll fit the size of this, or that'll kind of fit the vibe, I guess, of this even. But I think it could be a good Eco Living Lounge because it has a green roof. It's very, you know, when I think eco, I think more progressive kind of hipster types. Obviously, it's not the only people that are eco-friendly. I'm not trying to say that. There was a cat, I just heard a meow, but you know, that's generally who I think of when I think of eco. And so when I also think of those types, I think of yoga. You know, I think they like to do yoga and those type of things. I've tried to get into yoga. I've never done like a yoga studio, but I've tried to like do the at-home app yoga workout type things, and I've just never been able to get into it. To me, I feel like my brain goes too slow or too fast for yoga for me to really slow it down to the point where you need to do kind of to get into that yoga sense. But yeah, I put some speakers in there, so obviously you're gonna have your kind of relaxed music. I don't know what music they'll play naturally, if they'll play any music at all. But when I go in there to play, I'm definitely gonna put, like, you know, some nice spa music or whatever type of music is closest to spa music as I can. And then, yeah, I mean, there's really no point of a lobby, I guess, necessarily. And unless the idea, I guess, behind the lobby was, I actually went to SoulCycle once with my girlfriend. She's huge into SoulCycle. I'm not that big into it. Or I've only gone once. But, you know, they kind of have an area where, like, lockers are. I mean, really they don't have, like, a locker room, per se. They just have a seating area where lockers are. So the idea was that this would kind of be that room for them. You know, you could, if you're waiting for your class and you show up before class, you know, maybe their class is ending, you have to wait outside. This is where you kind of wait in this room. And like I said, I really do like how it turns out. I like that I used a different wallpaper from the actual yoga studio, because I did want the yoga studio specifically, like that specific section of the build, to feel differently. I wanted it to be like, oh, you're entering in, like, oh yes, this is the studio now. Like, we just entered the studio. But yeah, I really liked how this worked out. In the gallery, I do go and put some cups or whatever they are, drinks on that tray. So there are drinks when you download this on the gallery. I did want this. I think we ended up putting a mirror where that last waterfall went, but we do use. Yeah, we do use a mirror. We're about to change it here. Yep, there it went to a mirror. And again, I was just trying to use, I guess, as much spot as I could. I think we'd use a spot A mirror. And then we obviously change things up so we can use the, you know, some more bamboo. This is the end result of the build turned really bamboo-y. I won't lie, it was definitely possibly overuse of bamboo. But you know, I like the way it turned out. It definitely is a cool little studio. And I can't wait to play with my builds. Like I said, I've wanted something like a yoga studio, a nice yoga studio, for a while. I've seen some. There's definitely good ones, but I feel like there's like nothing kind of like in the city type yoga studio like this that I wanted, and that's kind of was the idea behind the build. So we are coming to the end here, so I will probably just allow the music to play and kind of finish out the build. I was deciding on if we wanted this to be a spa, like to also have a, you know, a masseuse here, but I decided against it, and we'll just use, you know, the typical. It'll just be a yoga studio. We don't need to have anything else. There's no need to have any extra fancy, you know, things with our yoga studio. But yeah, I think after that, We're going to come to the screenshots. The only thing that's not going to be shown in the build might be a couple decorating items, and then I think we do a couple more things outside. We might put gates around all the trees outside just to kind of make them look. Oh, we do it. Maybe we do that on stream. Yep, we do. So yeah, we just put the gates here, and then I mean, for the most part, this is generally what the Yoga Studio is going to look like. Again, I hope you guys really like it. You know, I can't wait to play with it in my build. So definitely, I'm back now. Videos will be coming out. I have another video already recorded. It'll be dropping in not tomorrow, but the day after that. I believe it's an apartment build. And yeah, guys, so hope you guys enjoyed the build. Go down on the gallery. It's on my EA Origin ID is down below. And I'll see you next time.